What is up, guys? Ijaz from Earth's Mightiest Shadows back again with another One Piece chapter review for this week for 1008. And let's just get straight into it. This week's chapter is called Ashura Doji, Head of the Mount Atama Bandits. Guess who it's about? That's right, our favourite Denji. No, I'm just kidding. So our cover page this week starts with Nico Robin. She's making a horse into a Pegasus with her Hana Hana powers because she's the best girl. Don't debate me on that. Don't even fight me on that. But we go straight into the chapter, picking right back up where we left off with the whole who is this mysterious Odin character. And when I made my video on that on chapter 1007, I don't know how it completely flew over my head, the possibility of it being Kanjuro. But whoever guessed Kanjuro, you're right, because it starts off with them reacting to him, seeing, what, you're alive? No way. This can't be right. And they're all just like happy. Because obviously, like, you saw the man them die. It was like, oh, but he's not dead. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm happy. But he tries to chat shit. Basically, he tries to say that in this Odin says, oh, Toki sent me forward in time. But, you know, all the other scabbards, or some of the other scabbards, I think it was Ashura Doji. Yeah, it was Ashura Doji. He's basically saying, yo, we saw him die. Toki's powers don't work backwards. He's clearly lying. This guy is clearly chatting shit right to our faces, and everyone else is just having, like, because obviously they don't want to, they're in a hopeless situation, so they want to believe that it's Odin. They're like, no, what do you mean? And obviously Raizo's also, you know, on the side of Ashura Doji, but they're both doubtful of this Odin character. And at first, they don't know specifically that it's Kanjuro, but they just think it's, you know, someone pretending to be him. And then Ashura decides to take it into his own hands and slice him up, and what happens? Because he's a painting, no blood. And then fake Odin, the drawing, I didn't realize his drawings could do this much damage, but he shanks Ashura Doji right in his stomach, and it's like, oof, he down bad, boy, he down bad. But it's the fact that, you know, Odin, this fake Odin, he's able to talk like the real one, that kind of lets him realize, okay, it's clearly Kanjuro, because he knows us, he knows how Odin is, he knows how Odin behaves, so he knows that, okay, this painting can recreate him, like, bit by bit, like, personality wise, because he understood, he had a grasp on it. And then obviously Ashura, after he got shanked, he's like down and out, he's down for the count for a bit. And Kiku, she's like, oh, you know what, it's my fault, I should have taken care of it, like, when he told me to, like, I was supposed to be the one to, like, slice his head off or something, but I didn't do it, because as someone who you saw yourself as a comrade, so you're gonna have a tough time bringing yourself to kill him. But, you know, Ashura's understanding, he's like, listen, I get it, you know. He says this line, even the sharpest sword becomes dull when pointing at a friend. Now again, these are the leaked scanlations. They're not exactly official, so it might say something else in the official, but I still think this is a good line regardless. But obviously then all the other scabbards are like, okay, you know, it's personal now. This is really like you snaked us once, but this is a new whole level of snakery, because this is just like, wow, how you gonna go this low? Like you are a next level bastard. But then obviously he reveals himself to the others, and I think he's kind of revealing his hand, he's saying he's going to put a dagger into the heart of the Kozuki clan, basically meaning, okay, he's after Momo. And, you know, the others, they're like, oh shit, we gotta get to Momo, and they don't know what to do. They're just like, okay, we just gotta hope that Shinobu protects him. Granted, they don't know about Yamato, so they don't know that he's basically in safe hands as it stands. But then they're like, okay, but we can't deal with that now. We have to play this fight out. And in an effort to let everyone else go, Ashura Doji does a sacrifice play. He basically spears fake Odin out of the building and kamikazes himself. He blows himself up. And we don't see a body, but I guess you can assume that Ashura Doji is dead, because, like, you could sort of just, like, see his sword just, like, land. And he's a cool character, but is anyone really that concerned about if Ashura Doji dies or not? I mean, I know Randy Troy, he called it. He's like, oh, he's the character shooting Maru. He's like, you know, he's supposed to be there to die. Like, that was his role in the story. So maybe that's the tragedy of Act 3. But again, was he really around that long to be considered a tragedy? And not in my eyes. But after this, Kinemon, he gets all angry. He's like, oh, that's it, fuck it, Kanjuro, I am killing. Like, he's bloodlusted. He's angry, because he's like, okay, you've done far too much damage. At this point, Ama just he's ready. He's ready. He wants to smoke before he can get too far. What happens? Jack pops in, and he's like, "This is time for Jack's redemption arc. I'm about to smoke me some scabbards here." And they're all like, "Well, shit, what are we gonna do?" And it's his face. Nekomamushi and Raizo and Inuarashi, they step up and they're about to fight. They're about to fight Jack. And it's gonna be like a callback to Zo, but then Inuarashi, being the goat that he is, he's like, "Nah, Raizo, Neko, you man, just you roll with the squad. I'll take care of him." And then comes this line that Jack gives him, where he's like, "Oh, there's no moon. Like, there's no moon here tonight, so like, you can't use your Sulong form." And then Inuarashi comes back with, bro, he just comes back with the shadiest line I ever heard. Like this just reeks of shade. It's like, it's funny you should mention that, because I was just thinking, there's no poison gas here either. My guy basically said, "Listen, yeah, the only reason you man got a one up on us back on Zo was Cap. You man had some BS plot armor reason that you beat us, and now I'm gonna smoke you." I feel like this is gonna be Inuarashi's like last dance. I feel like he's gonna kick the bucket as well. But still, badass line. Honestly, it's mad. And then we get to my least favorite part of the chapter. Well, not that it's bad, it's just that, Orochi, he's alive. Turns out, apparently, that wasn't a real body. I don't know. But he's pissed off at Kaido for snaking him, even though it's like, you were gonna snake him from to begin with. Like, I don't understand. Like, I get it, Mr. Magic Seven Heads. I feel like, even though we saw his severed head, I feel like his Devil Fruit power allows him, like, I'm gonna say one extra life for each head. So I feel like he's gonna need to be killed like 8 times or something. I feel like I think the legend of Yamato no Orochi was like, oh, the guy got him drunk and then sliced all 8 of his heads off when he was like down and out. But again, I don't know what's gonna happen from here on. I don't know who's gonna fight Orochi. Maybe Momo kills him. Maybe Yamato kills him. I don't know. But we'll have to see. We cut back to Momonosuke's group, and they're still on the run. And apparently, Momo can just sense when Luffy's in trouble now, because he's like, "Oh, Luffy, he's passed out." And Yamato's just like, "Wait, how do you know that?" My theory is the voice of all things connecting them, because that's the only real straw that I have at this moment. That was not a pun. I did not intend for that to be a pun. But he's also explaining how he feels like he's getting better with his powers. He's like, "Oh, I used to only be able to do it when I was scared and anxious, but now I feel like I can maybe be useful, maybe use it like the same way Kaido does, becoming a dragon." But then we cut back to the rooftop, and my guy, the rooftop, we're back in the action. Probably going to cut away again in about 3 or 4 chapters, but still, they're being the 4 of the not passed out worst generation members. They're being pushed back. They're not being bodied as I thought they would be, but they're being pushed back by the emperors, and none of their attacks are working. And then Luffy, he just gets up. He's like, shit, what happened? I'm back. And Zoro's just like, "Oh, finally, man. Like, can you help us now? Like, you had your rest, and now get in the fight." And we finally get a reveal of Kaido's hybrid form, and it basically looks exactly how every fan art did it. I feel like this is one design that literally every fan art I've seen has basically nailed it. Like, there is literally nothing here that surprises me about his form. Genuinely, I can't see anything that anyone didn't already draw. But the chapter basically ends with, okay, it's like a standoff again between the 2 Yonko and the worst generation members. And Luffy, he's just like, he's getting ready. He's getting excited to fight him. And Kaido shows him a bit of respect. He's like, "Oh, you always seem to have this like sort of thirst for battle. Your eyes." So he says, "Your eyes never seem to lose their fight," and he has it with a smile on his face. So basically saying, "Okay, I like this guy. I can respect him. He's here for the smoke. Man's on it. We're gonna beef. But yeah, chapter just ends there. Really solid chapter. A lot of important reveals. I think definitely liked it more than last one. No break next week, which is also good. Can't wait to see where it goes. Overall, 9 out of 10. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, as always, please like, share, subscribe, and peace.